Welcome to the Latah Valley Fiber Co podcast. My name is Tiffany. I'm so glad you're here. It's December 12th, and I have a finished object, a couple works in progress, and some spinning works in progress that I want to share with you. First of all, you can find me on Instagram at Latah Valley Fiber Co. You can check out my shop, latahvalleyfiberco.etsy.com. And if you want to direct message me, lvfiberco@gmail.com. Now, just a sideline, I am having a sale at my shop between now and December 31st. It's a year-end sale. It's 25% off anything in the shop. I also have free shipping. So if you have been holding out and you would like to buy some yarn, check out my shop, latahvalleyfiberco.etsy.com. I am bringing in some new inventory, so I need a little space. And I thought, why not do a sale? So check that out if you're interested. Okay, let's move along to finished objects. I have one, and it is a spinning finished object. Let's see here. I started this on November 18th. I spun a single and then I chain plied, which is a three plied yarn, to create this yarn. The project, the fleece is from Mumford. It was a sheep fleece given to me by Hudson's teacher from last year. She gave it to me in the spring. I washed it. I took the vegetable matter off and the other stuff. And then I picked it again and what did I do? I carded it with some hand carders to try and get rid of more of the vegetable matter. And then I put it through my drum carder. Once that was done, I had two bats basically, and so I spun single onto a single bobbin, and then I chain plied from that bobbin to another bobbin and got probably a worsted weight yarn. So I finished this 2 days ago, so it took me about a little under a month. So here it is. This is Mumford, and this is about worsted weight. I was hoping for DK, but it came out worsted. One thing that I wasn't expecting is that it would plump so much. When I was chain plying it, it was pretty ropey, pretty dense. So once I was done chain plying, I put it on my nitty knotty and skeined it up. And then I washed it in the bathroom sink with hot soapy water, and I did that 5 times before the water ran clear. Now, while I was spinning this fleece, there was a lot of lanolin on my hands, and in fact, I still feel it. It's a natural oil from the fleece, and it's great for spinning because it just moisturizes your hands. But you don't necessarily want to wear it, with greasiness. So there is still a little bit, but it's definitely less. What else can I say about this? Oh, it plumped up and really softened. So that was kind of surprising. But Mumford is a Suffolk, I believe. And yeah, I'm glad the project is over. I am giving this to Hudson's teacher today because it did dry. I washed it 2 days ago and hung it up, so it's had about 2 days of drying. And yeah, I think she'll love it. So that is my one and only finished object. Let's move along to works in progress. And I am going to start with socks because I have a pair on the go here. I'm keeping it in my Christmas bag, which I sewed up myself. And this is part of the Colorwork Cuff Club for November from Summer Lee Designs. Let's see, I have one done. So I'll put that on the blocker here so you can kind of see the pattern. I started these November 26th, and the Colorwork Cuff Club comes out the first day of the month. So I was a little behind getting these started. In fact, December has already come out because it's the 12th, and I haven't even started those yet. So, yeah, okay. So I started these 11/26. I used my own hand-dyed yarn. This pink speckled, lightly speckled yarn is my own hand-dyed. I dyed it for another project and didn't end up using it for that project. So I thought I would make my mom a lovely pair of socks. Let's see. Oh, so I don't have this in my shop, I guess is what I was trying to say. It was a special dye job. However, the contrast color is Polka Dot Sheep in the Whiskey Sunset colorway. I used that on a pair of my husband's socks for the Christmas Advent. So I had a little bit of leftover, and that's what I used it for. I thought it turned out really good. Now, Summer Lee does have this, November came out with 2 options for the chart. You could use one color, which is what I chose to do, or you could, I think there were 6 different colors through here, and that would be pretty. I just didn't have the mind to put that all together, and I actually don't mind just one simple contrast. So the needles I used were DPNs 2.25 millimeter. I cast on 64 stitches, and I knit 2 inches on the cuff. Then you knit 2 rounds before starting the color work. I knit an additional 2 rounds before I started the heel flap and gusset. And then I knit, let's see, I didn't write that down. My mom's shoe size was 7, I think she told me. So that means her feet are 9 1/4. Okay. And then I did the basic toe decrease. Okay, so that I have one done. The second pair, I've finished the color work. All kinds of needles in my... So this is a leather DPN holder that my husband made for me. There we go. Okay, so I've finished the color work. I've knit the heel flap, and let's see, I've knit the turn here, and I'm starting the gusset decreases. So it's coming along. I really like it. The color work part is really fun because it just keeps you really engaged in the project, and you just want to keep going and going. I am on this part here, it's just knitting, so that goes pretty fast too as well. All right, is that it for socks? It is. I'm going to take that off, and I should have those done by next episode, next podcast, so that'll be nice. Now, the next project is my son's sweater, and I started this in November? Oh, October. Whew. Okay, October 30th it says. This is the Awen by Meghan Babin. I am using Berocco Vintage in the smoke colorway. That's this here. It's a nice gray. It's kind of a gray blue, which looks great on my son Hudson. I cast on for the chest size 39.5, which I think is size 2. I wanted a little bit of room for him to grow into. He's above average as far as height. So I'm in the middle of a round. Okay, let me see if I can do this. You'll get the general idea. I have finished 2 sleeves as well as the back panel. Now this is you knit pieces and then sew it together and then cast on for the collar and then you're done. Okay, so I've never done that before, and that kind of excited me about this pattern. Is I've been knitting for so long that it's nice to have new stuff that you're learning. Another thing about this is it's an all cabled sweater, and it took a little bit to get used to how cables work. I've done cables in the past, but generally just one. And this has, well, this is the back, wait, this is the front panel. And it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cables, as well as a seed stitch design on both sides. So this is the front. I need to knit 15.5 inches before starting the, let's see, there's some binding off and increasing to come up this way on the panel. So I'm not going to worry about that until I get there. I've looked ahead on the pattern a couple times and gotten really confused. So I found that if I just do the step and then do the next step and then do the next step, it's actually much easier to just do that than read through the whole pattern, get super confused, and not know where I'm at. So this has it has a main chart up the front and then repeated charts down to the sides. So I do have, when I knit this, I lay out my charts. Let's see, I have 3 papers with chart on them. And so I need a lot of space to kind of lay those out, and then I move up my marker so I don't get lost. I was hoping to have this done by Christmas, which is basically 2 weeks away, a little under 2 weeks. So am I going to make it? I had a couple big projects, and maybe I'll put some pictures in here. I had a quilt that I sewed, as well as some pillows, pillow backings to a tree. The gal had originally wanted to make a quilt out of this treed quilting pattern that she had done. Then she changed her mind and decided to do pillows. So I helped her put a back on it and then stuff the pillows in and sew it. I'll put some pictures here and you can see that. Those were kind of on my plate. So this took a table to those projects because they were, both of those were Christmas gifts for somebody. So they needed to get them done. Alrighty, that's it for knitting. The next works in progress I have is spinning related. I am opening a Christmas Advent calendar that is spinning related. So each morning I open a nest of yarn of fiber and I spin it for that day. Now I am slightly behind, mostly because I was trying to finish up Mumford, and so that kind of took priority. I will say that this spin is lovely. It's a different color every day, which is nice. I have one full bobbin, and hopefully that will fit on there. This is 100% merino, and I bought it at Paradise Fiber. It came in a pack of 10 little nests, and I take the day and I just spin it. There are 8 days worth on here, including this one. I haven't put it on yet. So, and then I have started the next bobbin. Currently, there are 2 days worth on here, and this is today's. I opened it this morning. So this needs to go on here. Now, these are singles currently. They are fingering weight singles. I was hoping to ply them together three singles at a time, so that you would get, you know, color crossover. I also thought I could take an entire bobbin and chain ply it, much like I did with Mumford. So that would be a 3-ply yarn, and that would be mostly the one color with a little bit of carryover onto the other color. That was my original plan. I think I might have changed it to have 3 yarns, different colors going in together. So there would be 3 colors in the one strand of yarn. So 3-ply yarn probably would be, let's see, 3 fingerings would be worsted probably. By the time it was said and done, you know, you wash it, it plumps a little, probably would be worsted. I could maybe try for sport. Worsted wouldn't be bad though. I use a lot of worsted yarn. In fact, this is this worsted or DK? Now I don't know. I didn't write that information down. So I am doing really well on my advents. Those are clicking right along. At the end, let's see, I have 10 days worth of that, or no, not 10. I have 20 days worth because I bought 2 packs. They were on the darker end combination wise. There was some purple and pink, and then one was heavily blues. So combining those would be really nice, I think. Excuse me. So I have 20 days of that. Well, Advent is 24 days. So I also put some little goodies in my Advent to open as well on the upside of that. There is time at the end for me to ply them all together so that by the 24th, I would have completed yarn ready to go for whatever knitting project I wanted to do. So that would be nice as well. All right, that's it for Works in Progress. I will see you again in about 2 weeks. If you're interested, I am doing Vlogmas every day, also on my channel. You can check it out under Vlogmas 2024. Every day. I did miss a day, the 5th, but other than that, there's a Vlogmas for every day if you want to check it out. A little look into our life, a little bit. So, hope you're all doing well. Merry Christmas. I will see you after Christmas. And have a happy season. And we'll see you next time. Happy knitting.